Hello, everyone. I just got back from Star Wars The Force Awakens. This is my midnight vlog review of it. Um, I'm gonna try not to spoil too much, but, you know, first things first, if you haven't seen the movie, go see it. This movie's awesome. It brings you right back to where it all started with the first original movies. This movie feels more like the original sequel than the prequel. So if you like the original series, you will love this movie. J.J. Abrams, you rock. You made a good movie, which I will see plenty of times before it comes out on DVD. So, I'm going to start this review off by talking about the trailers that came out before the movie. Because, it came first, might as well talk about them first. The first one was Zootopia, which is a movie about a world that is populated completely with anamorphic animals, which, means animals who are practically people. They talk like people, they look like people, they're, still animals, but, they act just like people. The kids will like it, I'm sure. The furries, I'm sure, will love it, but it's not for me. Second trailer was the Fifth Wave, which looked to be some sort of war movie. Child soldier, supposed to be based on a book. I'm not familiar with the book, so sorry for my ignorance. If anyone, wants to comment and tell me more about this book series, all I gathered from the preview was it's kind of like Elders game, child soldiers, all those kind of movies that have been coming out showing children fighting incredible odds, like the Hunger Games, the Maze Runner, it doesn't look good to me. I will not see it. And then the last trailer, which I am very excited about, being a big Harry Potter fan, was Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, which didn't show much, which is cool. From what I've gathered from the movie, the main character has a box or some sort of chest that has a bunch of magical creatures in it that get let loose, and he's got to capture them somehow. We'll see. I'll probably see it just because I'm a Harry Potter fan. It'll be nice to revisit the Wizarding World. But that's trailers. Now let's go to the movie Star Wars The Force Awakens. So, the movie starts off with the usual Star Wars scroll. If you've seen a Star Wars movie, you know what this means. It's, instead of telling us everyone that's in the movie, and then showing the credits, it's, the title of the movie with a bunch of dialogue that pretty well informs you the status of what's going on. So you got a little bit of idea, where this movie takes place and what's going on. So you're not completely lost. And in this case, in the theaters, you could see it greatly. You could really see it. It really popped. You could read it. I've always ignored them because when you're watching it on TV, it's a chore to try to read it. But this you could read. It basically said, Luke Skywalker's been disappeared. We don't know where he is. A new guy took over. And now we got the First Order. So then, the movie starts off properly, like the classic original series, in space. And, oh my god, the first shot just makes you remember the episode 4, A New Hope. Because it's in space, there's fighting. On a planet, some pilot, is trying, tells the new droid BB-8 to, keep these, this map, or part of a map, to the location of Luke Skywalker with him. Keep it safe. Just before he gets captured by our main villain, Kylo Ren. And while that's going on, you got one of the stormtroopers, all of a sudden he starts, without us really seeing who he is first, kind of acting a little strange, like something's wrong. And you even see the main bad guy sort of sense something's wrong, but doesn't really do anything. Well, then you find out this particular stormtrooper is our second main good guy, other than the pilot. He's got some stormtrooper ID, but the pilot, after he saves him, the stormtrooper saves the pilot who had the BB-8 droid, gives him the name Finn. So that's why the character's name is Finn, because, which is fun, hey. So, the movie goes on, we meet our second main character in Rey, who's sort of a scavenger, going through torn up ships and taking stuff and scavenging for stuff to sell to this person, I don't know what you would call him, a trader or whatever, where, she gives him parts and whatever, and ends up getting food. So, of course, she, that's apparently how she gets her food. She gets this guy what she finds in the desert, and gets food. So it turns out everyone's looking now that people know that The BB-8 droid has the secret location of Luke Skywalker. Everyone wants this droid. And Finn and Rey, they just decide, okay, they'll find the Resistance. They're not the Rebels now, they're the Resistance. So instead of the Empire, you got the First Order, who basically have made Darth Vader out to be like this really good guy that was really trying to help the universe. So, some more fighting, some more Star Wars stuff. I mean, a lot of cool lightsaber battles, some fighting, the characters eventually meet up, steal the Millennium Falcon without realizing it's the Millennium Falcon. I mean, as soon as you saw the Millennium Falcon, everyone in the theater was like, oh, it's the Millennium Falcon. And, then they appear to get captured, but it turns out, no, it's our favorite duo, Chewie and Han Solo. So, of course, that was cool to see them again. Harrison Ford, yes, he's old, but so is the character, and it feels right. It doesn't feel like it feels like the character hasn't missed a beat. Instead of it just feeling like Han Solo playing just an older version of Harrison Ford playing an old version of Han, it's what truly Han would be like 30 years after Return of the Jedi. So it's pretty cool. Now, unlike the original series, he truly believes in the light and dark side and the Force and all that stuff, telling our main characters, all this shit you heard about Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker and us destroying the Death Star, and it's all true. Okay, so of course, the Millennium Falcon, like always, is kind of rotting, garbage, that they always gotta fix. They fix it, and then they go to another place where they meet another character who helps them find where the Resistance is, and also allows the female character Rey to get in touch with the Force and find Luke's lightsaber, or Anakin's lightsaber. We don't know how the lightsaber got there, but point is, it's there, and Rey senses it and realizes, that it's, Luke's lightsaber, or Anakin's lightsaber. So, of course, Kylo Ren, who keeps indicating there's some connection between him and Darth Vader, which I won't spoil, because when you find out what the connection is, it will just blow your mind. It'll be awesome. Especially when you find out his real name, which I won't reveal. No major spoilers here. I'm not gonna spoil the movie. Any major spoilers. So, of course, they get attacked again by stormtroopers at Kylo Ren, who then capture Rey. So then Han, Chewie, and the Resistance pilot from earlier gotta figure out a way to save Rey. I don't know if I'm saying her name right. Rey, yeah, Rey. Has been captured. Well, it turns out, and they gotta, disable the weapon so it doesn't fire, because the new weapon is like the Death Star. I mean, you know how the Death Star was this big moon-sized thing? And could only really destroy one planet at a time. This thing is built right into a planet, takes its power from the sun. I mean, it literally sucks up the sun, and then fires with enough power to not only just destroy a planet, but destroy like a whole solar system. I mean, wow. So, it's got to be destroyed. So, Rey, actually, she realizes she's force sensitive, and she uses the old Jedi mind trick to get a stormtrooper to let her go and get out. Both parties, some stuff happens, more fighting. Big reveal happens with, like I said, won't say what happened, what the big reveal is or what happens totally, but shit, things go down. Our main characters go see Princess Leia again and explain how to destroy. Oh wait, no, that already happened. They destroy the new weapon. And then we find out that R2-D2, which the majority of this movie has sort of been in low power mode, and they don't explain why he was in that mode, but just all of a sudden after the weapon's been destroyed, he just activates like that. So with the new BB-8 droids part of the map and R2-D2's part of the map, the whole map to Luke Skywalker's location is assembled, and we find out where Luke is. So Rey and a couple other people go fly the Millennium Falcon there. She climbs up onto stairs, and the movie ends with this nice silent moment between her and Luke, who doesn't say a word. He just takes his Jedi hood down, and he looks pretty well like Obi-Wan Kenobi did in A New Hope. She's, starts trying to give him his lightsaber back, and movie ends. So, J.J. Abrams, I give this movie my full support. I demand, if you are a Star Wars fan, go see it. This movie is awesome. I am going to see it several times before it comes out. The movie was awesome. So, till next time, may the Force be with you.